Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and today I have update number 5 for Deck of Panning. If you are returning to my channel, my voice might sound a little bit different. I have been battling a sinus infection and I'm on the up and up, but my voice is not the same. So please forgive me for the raspy voice and the congested sounding voice, but I ended up getting sick after our family came and visited, which is a blessing to get sick after they actually leave, but it has not been fun recovering. Mr. Washburn wanted to say hello. But this is Deck of Panning. This is a project that was created and continues to be hosted by Emily and Max. I always have her link down below, and this is a game board style project where we have a deck of cards, and each card in the deck correlates with a prompt on a game board that Emily shifts around every single month. So I do have quite a few rollouts this update, so that means that we get to draw in some new cards. So without a whole lot of rambling, because I'm trying to save my voice, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my spreadsheets, pull up the game board because I have not looked at it yet, and we'll go ahead and get into my update for Deck of Panning. So as of last update, I did have 7 items rolled into this project, and I'm able to roll out 4 of them. 3 of them will continue on, but that means that we get to pick 4 new cards. I know originally this project starts with like 5 or 6 cards, but I am just kind of keeping it rolling with the amount of cards that I have each update, and I think I did end up getting a +1, what was it, last update? So we will continue to roll with 7. So let me go ahead, and I have my little book where I keep all my tallies, and we'll get into these items. So the item that has been in the longest and that I finally get to roll out, I did roll this in for a 3 of diamonds, which is metallic, and that is my Becca highlighter in Moonstone. I did have a goal to use this 20 times, and as of last update, I had hit pan, and so I do have my 20 uses and a bigger pan in this highlighter. I don't feel like this will be a focus for me in the upcoming future to use this up completely because I'm loving my self-made highlighter palette, but I'm very happy to have gotten more use on this and to have a pan on this mini highlighter. So I was able to use this 20 times, and that is rolling out. The next item that I am able to roll out, I did roll this in for a 10 of clubs, which the prompt was Wish You Returned. And that was my Kaoli fragrance in the Yum Pistachio. And I think I finally have figured out what I don't like about this. It doesn't turn creamy in the notes, it turns soapy. So it almost smells like is antiseptic, is that the right word? It's like an antiseptic soap smell that's a pistachio sharp soap versus like a actual like yummy pistachio gelato. Like that's not what this is. But I had talked to you guys last time about my goal, and I either wanted to do 10 uses or get it down to the top of the logo. And as we can see, I'll try to hold it up. My lights are getting it, but we are at the top of the logo. So I'll have my graphics pop up and you'll be able to see a little bit better, but I did end up getting the product to the top of that logo, and I had to use it 14 times to get it down to that mark. And even with those 14 uses, I can tell you guys, I still don't like this product. I'm going to try to use it a little bit more in the fall time and mix it with some more vanilla fragrances, but this is definitely one that I wish I returned. Let's see here. Next one that I can roll out is the, let's see, I rolled this in for the Queen of Hearts, which is a pick your space, and I think I ended up picking newest. So one of my newest products that I had brought in was the, I almost said ColourPop. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss, and this is in Sunrise Blush. And my goal was to use this 10 times. I have used this 10 times. The 10th use is actually today, and I can actually reapply this because it does wear off kind of quickly, especially when I'm drinking a lot of water to soothe my throat. But let's see here with this one. Oh, my graphics will end up showing it, but the 14 uses on the fragrance, I used 1.39 grams of that. And with the 10 uses on the gloss, I use 0.4 grams on this gloss. I do like it. I think that it is a really great gloss. I don't know if I'm ready to say that it's better than anything else, but it is comparable to high-end glosses. So I think we talked about just the cost of high-end glosses and how little product you get versus some really great glosses in the drugstore nowadays. So do love this one. Happy to get 10 uses on it. And then the last item that I am able to roll out is the Four of Hearts, and that was for the prompt of impulse. So an impulse purchase that I talked to you guys about was my Urban Decay Naked Wild West, and I just knocked my table and my tripod. So for once it wasn't the puppy, it was me. I have my fan on above me because I'm still like getting like the hot flashes of being sick, and oh, it's never fun being sick. But this was an impulse purchase for me. I did want to do a No Pan Left Behind, and my eye look that I have on today is the final stretch of shadows that I needed to use to hit that goal of No Pan Left Behind. So I had like 5 shadows left in this palette to use, and I was like, Erin, you got to make a look out of it. So this is the look that I came up with. I love having that pop of blue in my inner corner with a really bronzy lid. So I love this, and this is kind of my go-to look with this palette anyway. So I was able to hit No Pan Left Behind on this palette today, which means that we get to roll this one out. So those are my 4 rollouts. And we have 3 items staying in. So let's do, I do have my, and I'll wipe it off because this thing gets a little bit dirty, but I have my cream blush in my brown shade that I have made for myself. This is the color on the inside. I am wearing this today as well, but I rolled this in for a Jack of Diamonds, which was cream or liquid. I do have a goal to use this 30 times. I've used it 15. I've been really focusing on using my lipstick that's in my regular project pan. I've been using that a lot as a blush, and also being sick, I have not wore makeup. I think in June, I'm filming this on the 19th, so the day before it goes up, I've maybe worn makeup 8 times. So I have not gotten a whole lot of extra use on this one. But definitely, I'm still loving it. I don't mind having a 30 use goal on it. I don't mind it continuing to roll in this project, but I do have 15 more uses to go on that one. And then our next item that is staying in was also for a Jack of Diamonds. I ended up pulling that one a lot, and that is in my deck, that's Lando, because I have Star Wars cards. But I ended up pulling in my Misha Perfect BB Cream. I have a goal to finish this. And let's see here, I used 4.29 grams of this so far. And we are getting super, super skinny on this. It is starting to pinch in down here. So we are really close on having this product done. But I mix that in with my other foundation every single day to use. So I am happy to have it in this project. This one is reflective, so I will also wipe it off on my pants. But this was for a 9 of Diamonds, which is collecting cobwebs, and this is the very reflective Hourglass Ambient Lighting Ghost Blush Palette. So this is what it looks like on the inside with these 4 blushes. And let's see here, I know I had a goal of 20 uses on this, so usually whenever I reach into this palette, I'm mixing the shades together. I don't really go in for one particular shade over the other. So I just wanted to dip into this palette 20 times, and I just pinched my finger in the palette. But let me see where we're at. I've only used this 2 times. So again, I have not done my makeup a whole lot in June just because of having visitors and then also being sick. Like we went out to the beach one day, and so I'm not going to wear a full face of makeup to the beach, especially because it's been like 90 something degrees out with all the humidity. And so I have not been wearing makeup a lot, but I still got 2 more uses on this, which I had not used this palette at all this year. So 2 uses when not using it at all, that's still a win in my book, but we still have 18 more uses to go on that palette. So that is my update for all of my items that are rolling out and items that are staying in. So we will go ahead and start looking at what we will be rolling into the project. So I do have my Star Wars cards. I didn't look last time, but I'm curious now, how far down was BB-8. So BB-8 is the Joker in my deck, and he was actually pretty far down in the deck. But the Joker is a prompt, are you joking? You really don't want to get the Joker. But let me pull up the spreadsheets or the game board, and we shall see. Aces and the face cards, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. The aces and the face cards stay the same throughout the entire project. And so, you know, we have ones like Hit Pan has a pan. You can pick your space, but you have to stay within the suit. And then a lot of people are getting the get out of jail free card, which is kind of like the veto card. And so I haven't gotten one of those yet, but I have gotten a pick 2. And then for our numbered cards, that is what Emily shifts around. And so we still have Oh the Shame, Sentimental, Mini or Sample, Wild Card, Warm Toned, Spray, Oldest, Glittery. So we have some pretty good things on the game board today. But of course, when we're picking more cards, which Washburn's very interested in me shuffling, and he put his entire body underneath my tripod. So that's always fun. But we are going to just go by the luck of the draw with our cards. I always do cut them on screen for you one more time, and we pull the top 4 off the deck. So we have the 10 of spades, which is in it for the long haul. So that is I know before that was like 100 use goal. I'll have to check the spreadsheet to see if she has changed that in it for the long haul, or if we get to kind of pick what in it for the long haul means. But we have our next card off the top, which is a 7 of spades. There we go. We want to focus on it. And that is a highlight. Okie dokie. Next one off the top is going to be our Queen of Clubs with it, which is Mothra. And let's go back over here. That is a pick your space, but I have to stay within the club suit. So that would be favorite color, no pan left behind, which I might be able to pull in like my honorary palette. Non-makeup item, pencil, color, nostalgic, out of your hands, oldest, and glittery. So we will pick our space. And our last one off the top is going to be the Queen of Hearts, which I'm pretty sure this is Leia. Yep, because she has the dice. And our Queen of Hearts is also a pick our space, but we get to pick it within the hearts. So we have 2 of our wonderful Star Wars women allowing us to pick our space. So what's in the hearts? Graveyard, Oh the Shame, Eyeshadow, Chopping Block, Collecting Cobwebs, Blush, Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, Primer, or This Time Last Year. So let me look at a couple of these prompts. Let me look at the This Time Last Year, which I think is an item that you bought this time last year. And let me check what in it for the long haul, what she has for the guidelines for those. And I will go ahead and I'll pick some products. All right, so I have my items and I feel good about this. So where were we starting off? So we will start off with the 10 of spades, which was the first card that I drew in. And I checked the prompt. It was just basically a product that you want to use for either a large usage goal or, again, in it for the long haul, a product that's going to take a long time to finish. And in my regular project pan, I had talked about, like, I don't know how I'm going to go between my two foundations that I'm going to use for the rest of the year. So I figured this prompt was perfect for rolling one of the foundations in, and then my other foundation will be in my regular project pan, and I'll be able to show you guys progress on both of them at the same time. I feel like that's a win-win. So for our In It for the Long Haul, I did pull in my Fenty Ease Drop Skin Tint. I don't know the full name of this, but I do have this in shade 2. This is practically brand new. I've used it 2 times so far, but otherwise I have not had any consistent use on this foundation. Now, this might take a little bit to update because I do want to finish up my Misha BB cream and my Juvia's Place foundation. I want to use both those up before I start using my Fenty Ease Drop. But I might use it here and there. I used this while my family was visiting, because we did go out one night down to the boardwalk to go eat, and I knew it was still going to be hot and we were going to be sitting outside, so I used this. So it'll be sprinkled in, but I won't focus on this until these other foundations are done. But I'm okay with having this in for the rest of the year and just kind of seeing and tracking how much of this I can use over the last part of the year as a focused foundation. So that product is going to probably be in, well, it'll definitely be in for the rest of the year, but we will be able to see how I am using up the Ease Drop foundation. The next card that I ended up pulling was the 7 of Spades, which is a highlighter. And this just came into my collection as a free sample, but this is the Say Glowy Super Gel. And Mr. Wash is back. Sir, you do not need to walk under my table. You're very cute, but you don't need to walk under my table. Thank you, sir. You want to go lay down? Apparently he needs pets and he needs love. But this is, I have not used this yet. Oh, goodness. He's going to need so much attention. Baby, can you go lay down? But this is a liquid highlighter. I do have it in my category for my mixers because I would more likely find myself mixing this into foundation, but it is just a cream liquid product that is nice and highlighty. Ooh, that's pretty. That would also look pretty on my chest and stuff like that. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put the Say Glowy Liquid Gel, and this is in Star Glow. Glowy Super Gel. That's what this is called, but it's in Star Glow. It's just this mini size. Do I want to have this as a finish goal? So this is where you guys get to interact and pick my goal. So there's not a whole lot in this product. It is an airless pump, so the product will end up going up. And so you guys tell me, 15 uses or finish. You guys tell me what you want me to do on the Say Glowy Super Gel. You guys let me know. The next item that we ended up picking was, or the next card is the Queen of Clubs, and that's Mothra, but that is a pick your space, but I stay in the clubs. And I ended up picking a non-makeup item, so I drew in a skincare item. So this is the Innisfree Balancing Emulsion with Green Tea, and you guys can see I am all the way down here. My goal is to finish this, so this will take me at least probably 2 updates to finish, but I am loving this emulsion. I love using this in my daytime skincare, which I did film a video about my daytime skincare, so make sure to check that out if you guys are interested. But definitely I love this emulsion, and I love the Innisfree green tea products, so I want to go ahead and track myself finishing the rest of these, so I'll mark this one, weigh it, take my pictures, all that, so you'll see my graphics popping up hopefully if I can get it together. Usually I film this video on the 18th so that I have 2 days to edit and do all my graphics, but today is actually Juneteenth, which I do get off work on Juneteenth, so I'm able to film on the 19th. I was not able to film yesterday because I did go back to work yesterday, but I am excited about using this product. And then the last card that we picked was the Queen of Hearts, which is Leia, and so that is a pick your space, but I'm staying in the Queen's category. And I ended up picking eyeshadow because we have to have a palette in here for No Pan Left Behind. going. And with this one, I'm kind of taking, I'm taking control back into my own hands about this palette. So all of my palettes are being rolled into my No Pan Left Behind project, which goes up on the 25th. So be on the lookout for that one coming. But this palette here, I always end up rolling it in the wrong season. So I'm taking back control over that. And that is my Natasha Denona Pastel palette. Of course, I would love for this one to be rolled in the spring, but typically this one does roll in the winter or the fall, which, I mean, I don't mind wearing these colors in the winter and the fall, but I would like to be able to wear these when the weather is a little bit warmer. And so I'm going to roll this palette in for No Pan Left Behind and be able to get it done during the summertime. I actually looked up on like Sephora and the Natasha Denona website. This palette's been discontinued, so this palette is no longer available on her website. I had no idea that she was planning on discontinuing some of these mid-size palettes. But I'm going to roll this in, No Pan Left Behind. I have my little shelf or my little palette organizer back there with my No Pan Left Behind palettes, so I'll add this to the rankings back there, but I am going to do a No Pan Left Behind on the Natasha Denona Pastel palette. So I got a lot of goals here that will take me a little bit more time. I'm thinking at least 2 months for the emulsion. You guys will have to tell me 15 uses or finish on the Say Glowy Super Gel long haul. So this foundation skin tint will be in for the rest of the year. I am very, very excited about this one almost being gone, but I do feel like we have at least an update and a half to go on this one. I still have 15 more uses to go on my brown cream blush here, and then I have 18 more uses to go on my Hourglass blush palette here. But I'm still loving all of these products. I'm loving this project. I love being able to roll things in and get use on them and track them. And again, this whole thing, my whole journey through my channel, through project panning, is to be mindful about how long it takes to use up products so that I'm not bringing in more than what I can typically use up. Apart from my shadow palettes, I will never use up my palettes, but that's kind of my guilty pleasure. So I will forgive myself for that one. But I appreciate all of you guys being here. Make sure to do all the things and hit a thumbs up on this video. Drop a comment down below, number one, telling me what my goal should be on the Say product, but also tell me, how are you guys doing? Are you doing this project? What cards did you end up rolling in? Have you got the Joker yet? One of you told me that you got the Joker last time, and I was just like, oh my God. I went and I watched your video, and I was like, okay, yeah, I want to stay away from the Joker as much as possible. But definitely drop me that comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. I love our conversations down in the comment section. And of course, hit subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by my birthday in September, and you guys are rocking it with helping me get there and hit that goal. So I appreciate each and every one of you. But I'm going to go rest my voice, and my husband promised to take me out for some delicious coffee at a local little coffee place here. So I'm excited about that as well. But I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will catch you in my next one.